Yeah,
right?
It does start on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
We just realized that this year. I've seen that movie a billion times. And one of the kids actually mentioned is like, well, they watched the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah,
their family is staying in that house together for a month.
A whole month.
Like, I never put it together. I mean, obviously, I know it's
except for Cousin Eddie. He's staying outside.
Right.
That there's RV.
Yeah. That is insane.
That's crazy.
Like, but it finally just occurred to me this year that it's that long of a period. And I'm like, you're right. That's the Thanksgiving Day parade they're watching.
That is crazy to me because I don't think I noticed it either. And that's one of my favorite things to quote in the movie is, oh, here they are. Here come the nuts. Like,
yeah.
We're all living in a world gone geek. It's time to geek hard or go home. The podcast is real. Here's your host, Grounded Geek.
Well, hello there. Hi. How you been? It's been a while. I know, right? Last time we were here, we spoke to a band called Toby Danger. That was a lot of fun. Got into a discussion about a certain action movie and whether it's a Christmas movie, and just sparked the idea that we need to have a whole show just about Christmas movies. So I think it's time that we do that now. And this is normally where I would put the title song in, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to edit that in later. But for you guys watching live, you get to see this part. So let me introduce my co-hosts. There's Utah and Aaliyah. Welcome to the show, guys. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in forever. It's been, I mean, it was before Extra Life, I think, isn't it? Yeah, it was Halloween. It was our Halloween episode. We skipped from Halloween right to Christmas.
That's pretty much what everybody else does.
Poor Thanksgiving. We literally did.
It's natural.
We literally
did. Thanksgiving needs more hits on its self-esteem.
I know. That's so bad. Well, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. You know what? We ever since, the lockdown with the beginning of the pandemic, our Thanksgiving went from like a Friendsgiving with a couple of families and then down to just us in the household. And we liked how much less stressful that was, how much, less time consuming, and how just in general, how much more relaxing a family Thanksgiving was, that we've been doing that ever since. And I don't think we're ever going to go back. So we had a very, very low key, small Thanksgiving with a family. We had Karen's mom over as well, briefly. And we watched Spirited, the Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell Christmas.
We got to get into that. We're going to talk about that when we get to the Christmas movies.
Another low key, low effort, low stress Thanksgiving. So
nice.
Yes. We appreciate
Aaliyah, what about you?
Yeah, mine was pretty similar. I mean, like, we naturally don't really do anything with our external families. Like my dad's family lives in West Virginia, and my mom has too many siblings to wrangle them all together, for the holidays. She's one of 14. So, it's a lot to
that's
wrangle everybody together. Yeah, And so it was just us. And it was really nice. It was the first time that my older sister was able to come in
sweet.
To celebrate Thanksgiving 2017. And it was just really nice.
I saw the pictures of you and your sisters online. Those are very sweet.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, they're all twins.
I guess you guys are related.
If there's, yeah.
I know, right?
That's awesome. Thought? Yeah, we had a similar, we actually had everybody at the house for a change. So Rachel came back with her hubby, and Nathan came over. My wife made an amazing dinner. And another dinner she won't let anybody help with.
Right.
See, but that's the opposite. My mom was on full-fledged strike this Thanksgiving. She was like, I am not cooking. There's 4 well-equipped young adults in this home that's going to have to. The only thing she prepared was the turkey.
Wow.
That was it.
Nice.
The rest was up to us.
There you go.
My wife is just, we're just in the way if we come into the kitchen to try to help.
Yeah.
Some of the kids helped set up the table and we did a lot of cleaning the day before, but she did all the cooking. It was really good though. But yeah, it was fun to have the whole family there. And it felt like, Thanksgiving. And now we're looking forward to hopefully doing that again for Christmas. Maybe not the big dinner, but everybody getting together because the last 2 Christmases have been COVID Christmases for us. And Rachel and Dan couldn't come over and various people. So we're hoping this time we can
everybody can gather.
Yeah. But Thanksgiving was good. It was good. And I'm thankful for this show and for you guys. And so, yeah,
Likewise.
it's been good.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Ditto?
Oh.
No.
All right. Well, we went live on Twitch and I forgot to change the
did you forget to change the heading or the title?
Yeah, I got the notification.
So what are we talking about still?
Everybody thinks we're playing Gotham Knights right now. And that was a game that we played during Extra Life, which was a lot of fun. Utah and I raised a lot of money for Extra Life. Matt, who will be joining us later, was part of the team, and his son.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of other people in Cleveland and the Cleveland Extra Life team raised a lot of money for Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospitals. So that was on November 5th and 6th. That weekend. But I am still raising money. I don't know what these guys are doing, but we've got a couple more weeks before the year is up, and I am trying to get at least to my goal, which is 750. If I can get to 1,000, then I will definitely, I'll get that gold medal, but not worried about that. I just want to hit that 750. So if you can help, the details will be down in the show notes. And yeah, it'll be, I have an interesting challenge that I'm doing this year. You can check it out. All right, Utah, show us what you've got.
Introduce yourself. This is Lola.
Oh my gosh.
Of course. From Kenobi.
Yep.
Hi.
Of course there's a Lola.
Hi. She's a little shy.
Are you puppeteering that? Basically?
No, it's doing it automatically on it. She's doing it all on herself. She's allegedly voice activated, but okay, yes, she's voice activated. Oh,
that's pretty cool. So where can one acquire one of these if they want to get that for Christmas from one of their friends and neighbors?
So GameStop, this is a Hasbro. Hey, now listen, this is a Hasbro Lola, and you can get this at GameStop or at HasbroPulse.com. I think Target has her as well, and she comes with a little stand. Nice. Oh, sorry. She's a little sensitive about her legs.
Yeah, she's so cute. It's
or it's something about heights. When you lift her up, she's like, no, it's too high. I don't feel safe.
But yeah, she's a lot of fun. She's cute. She's definitely much more animated than I expected. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Yes. There's also a smaller version, but this is the larger version. Okay.
And dare I ask what that's? You don't have to tell us if you don't want to, but we'll just go to GameStop and look. How much did that cost?
That's a good question. I actually don't remember. I think $70, $60 or 70.
Okay, that's actually not as bad as I would have expected.
For this version, there's the smaller, less active version, which maybe I should have gotten.
Nah.
No, she's quiet now.
It's about 40. So.
That's really neat.
Okay. All right. Say bye, Lola. Lola.
Does she turn off? Like, is there an off button?
Is that a hint?
I wish.
No, there's no off. Like, what does she do? Just go to sleep, and then whenever you start talking, she's like, Alexa, what is this?
Yeah. Usually, what happens is I glare at her and do this, and then she shuts up.
Interesting. Yeah,
that means dead.
If that was actually responsive like Siri, then I would not survive with that thing. Siri is constantly butting into my conversations, and I'm like, why are you listening to me right now? I wasn't talking to you. She's been on this show several times in the past. I'm sure you remember. She just
what's really funny is that, my daughter's name is Tai Sim and her nickname is Simmy. And there are times where we will call for Simmy. Gosh. And Siri will go, "Oh, hey, that's me." And we're like, "No, it's not. It's not you."
That's great.
A little egotistical there, Siri.
Right.
So yeah. Not everything is about you.
Thank you. That's what I was going to go for. That's exactly what I was going to say. Good grief, Siri. Come on. All right. Well, tonight we are going to be talking about Christmas movies. We have a guest coming in here to talk with us about it. Before we do that, though, one of the things that we like that people do around Christmas is they give gifts to people, right? Well, I have some gifts for some listeners who would be interested in getting a hold of a Blu-ray copy of season 1 of Halo. We're giving away some copies. We've got a copy we're giving away on Twitter. So if you follow us there and respond to that, just look for that tweet and respond there. Same thing in Instagram. There's an Instagram tweet, an Instagram story post. It's just a post.
It's an Instagram gram.
Insta.
Go there. You can try to win one there. And then I'm going to give away a couple more copies right here on the show. So let me read the spiel from Paramount because that's part of it. The first season of the Paramount Plus series Halo, based on the Xbox game franchise,
Xbox,
is now available on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K UHD. With every episode from season 1 and over 5 hours of special features, see Master Chief, Cortana, and the other Spartans of Silver Team take on humanity's greatest threat, the Covenant. Get your DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K UHD copy of Halo today from Paramount Home Entertainment. And you can get it right here from us, World Gun Geek. What a gift that would be for your Halo-loving nephew or uncle. And Utah, I need you to learn the Halo theme on your ukulele.
The Halo theme.
That would have been a lot more impressive. But no, well done. Well done with the Halo theme there.
The ooze.
But yeah, I don't know if you guys watched that on Paramount Plus.
I watched the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's one of those shows that What? Go ahead. You weren't 100% on it yet.
No, I didn't feel compelled to continue.
Gotcha.
But I feel like I should because, 2 episodes is not a lot.
No, you got to give it though. Yeah, right. I'm the same way. I didn't finish it either, but it was more because I watch so many.
There was so much other stuff.
And then when I get caught up in another show, I just, you know what I mean? Stuff falls by the wayside. So this is not the only show that fell by the wayside. I think I saw like 3 or 4 episodes. I thought it was pretty good. I think I'm on the boat of everyone else's. I wish they hadn't unmasked Chief.
That's one of my problems. That was the only thing. Greatest thing. Yeah.
But once you get over that, it's really like the special effects are amazing. Like the Covenant and the ships and everything are just really, really good. So I'm really looking forward to finishing it. And I would recommend, if you are a Halo fan, to check it out. I mean, you just want to check it out to be part of that whole Halo experience. But yeah, if you go in, with that, I don't want to see Master Chief without his helmet on. Yeah. You're going to be disappointed when that happens. Be
disappointed. And also, I also
find no slight to poor Pablo Schreiber, I think his name is, who plays him. I don't want to. Well, he doesn't look like I think Master Chief would look like either. No, but no fault of his own. It's just that's how he looks. That's his. He's just being, it's like, that's my face. What do you want?
I didn't have a problem with the acting. I think he was doing a good job as Master Chief based on what I've seen so far.
Yeah.
But
that's not who I don't know who I pictured, but it wasn't him. And maybe it's not anybody. Again, maybe I would have been dissatisfied no matter who it was.
Right. Well, that was one of the things about the Halo series is that we don't know who
that
Master
mystery
Chief looks like. Yeah. And so we can all we're all Master Chief.
Right.
And I also find it interesting that the Halo series decided to make their own universe. So their story that they go over in the series doesn't necessarily fit in with the established canon from the games or the novels.
They're starting, it's like a reboot kind of.
Yeah, it's their own thing. And so, which I guess makes sense because they're not, shoehorned into what's already happened.
Right. And if you don't like it, play Halo. For crying out
And
loud.
sure, then just play the games because the games are so well written. I tell you
Right.
what, 1 through 3 and ODST is just an incredible
And
story
Reach.
arc.
Reach is one of my favorites.
Reach was good. Reach was good too.
Holy cow. Reach has one of the best stories of all.
Halo Cow. Reach
Yeah,
was
Halo
great.
Cow. So
Halo
good.
cow. Halo cow.
I should have been, I'm going to take that. It's going to be a new sound on the soundboard. I got to have Halo Cow. I'm going to have you. So say that again for me.
Halo Cow.
Perfect. There. I'm going to cut that and we'll use that as a sound.
What does a Halo Cow sound like?
So how can you win this? I guess I should tell people that.
Yeah,
But
how
if you're
can
listening-
people win this?
This is for our podcast listeners. There's one person watching live. So if you want one, jump into the chat and you're going to get it. You'll get that copy because you're here. But if you're listening on the podcast and we have a couple of these left. So if you're listening, what's the best way for them to win this, do you think? Should we give a secret word of some sort that they've got a
Halo cow.
Halo Cow? You have to. You
have to say what it would sound
you
like.
have to
It has
you
be-
have to record yourself saying Halo Cow.
Well, no,
and then,
you're going to go to our
You-
You're going to go to our website, which is
we can record-
worldgonegeek.com.
right.
And here, I'm going to
Isn't
bring
there
it
a
up
link
so
where they can
people
record
see.
themselves?
There absolutely is. You're absolutely correct. Let me see here. Chrome tab, World Gun Geek. There we are. Look at that cool website. Isn't that cool? But down here at the bottom,
I don't see it.
snaps.
I thought it was sharing.
No,
It didn't share
no.
yet. Oh, I need to bring it up. There we go. There it is. Look at it.
Look at that cool website.
It's a cool website. Well, down here, oh shoot, I'm in the way of it. Hold on.
Look at that cool website.
How do we got to get it so that there we go. All right, down there
Look
in
at
the
that cool
bottom right hand corner of the website is this little I don't know if you can see a little microphone there. And when you click that, you can record a voice message that you will send directly to us. It'll ask for email. So when you put your email in there, if you are the winner, then I will email you. But yeah, just go there, record yourself saying Halo Cow. And yeah.
And
you're
what a
gonna
Halo
win
cow would sound like.
You could end up
Oh yeah,
winning.
do they want a bonus entry where they record what they think a Halo Cow would sound like?
Sure. If you could do that, then not only will I feature those sounds on the next episode, but we will add an additional entry into winning those copies. But I will inform the winners via email. All you got to do is go to the website and record your message right there. It's very simple, easy as that. And it's the whole season, on Blu-ray. Cool. It's the holiday season. And hoop-dee-doo. Something. Don't forget to hang up your sock. Because at just exactly 12
At
o'clock.
12 o'clock.
He'll be coming down the chimney
down.
Now, is it exactly at 12 o'clock? Is that when Santa Claus?
You know, there are a lot of theories, right?
I guess.
So.
All right.
Who knows?
Well, and when the holiday season comes along, everybody starts talking about Christmas movies. They start debating on what is a Christmas movie. That's not necessarily what we're doing tonight, although we will talk about it. I'm sure that will come up here and there. But yeah, we're going to talk about kind of what our favorite Christmas movies are, what our family traditions around movies have been. If you're out there listening, we'd love for you to share on your in the chat with us what your movies would be. But we're not doing it alone. We've brought a guest with us today.
We have.
And I brought him along because I know he has some opinions on Christmas movies. And so I've got my censor button ready. No, I'm kidding. But we have brought along our good friend, Matt Sugerik from Promptly Written Podcast. Welcome, sir.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
It's good. I'm so glad you're here. I feel like we haven't all seen each other's faces in like forever and ever.
Oh my gosh!
It's all Facebook chat.
Look, are you like you're in Santa's house, aren't you? Look at you with a Christmas tree.
Indeed, I am in Santa's house.
And is that Rudolph on the door? What the heck?
No. That
Is
would
this
be
green screen
Rudolph's
or is
stuff.
this real?
Rudolph's been gone for years.
Aaliyah makes a good point. Is that real or is it green screen? It does kind of look like green screen.
So it is real.
That's funny.
This is real. This is a real situation.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, can you just push it over? Oh, there you
just knocked off.
That was Matt acting like a cat.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Matt the cat.
Oh,
Matt's a cool cat.
That's right. Well, welcome to the show. It's good to see you. Tell everybody what you've been up to with Promptly Written real quick. Just kind of give everybody an update on your podcast. What's going on?
This was a weird year for us. There was some stuff going on personally that actually caused us for the first time in almost 5-year run to miss an episode. So we actually missed 2 episodes. But we're back. I'm really happy because our episode that comes out tomorrow is my annual Christmas story. And I don't know if you've heard my Christmas stories before, but they can kind of go off the rails. So I'm pretty excited about it. You know?
All right. So this is already recorded. It drops tomorrow. You're saying?
Drops tomorrow.
Nice.
All right.
Midnight
Yeah.
EST.
Love this.
Spotify,
Spotify, Apple,
iHeart,
wherever you
Apple.
can find a podcast,
Yep.
it's there.
Cool. We'll have to check it
Yeah.
out. Promptly Written.
I feel like we should do another group thing because that was really motivating for
We
me.
should do another
It's
crossover.
funny that you mentioned that.
Wow, that's a great segue, Aaliyah.
Yeah,
Because
That's
Matt and I literally were talked about right before we started. We're planning another crossover, and we're probably shooting for March. I think we were talking about.
I
right?
think so. I think last year it was our March episode. It dropped the first week of March. So I think if we could time it up, that'd be good. If not, just sometime in the first quarter, probably. Whatever it was for you guys, we have to kind of talk about it behind the scenes, figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And so that would mean the prompt would drop in the episode in February-ish.
Correct.
Right?
Are we going to read another book?
I think we should.
Yeah.
There was like I have some suggestions.
Yeah.
Reading
All right.
again?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, who does that?
Aaliyah, I'm going to stop you real quick for a technical issue.
Oh,
I
what am
think
I
your
doing?
microphone is your...
Did your microphone switch? I think your microphone
switched from your actual podcast mic to either headphones or the on-board mic.
I don't know why it does this.
Yeah. We'll give you a second.
It says default. Hold on.
Yeah, not default.
Well,
you want to
don't
change it to the
don't.
whatever your microphone is there.
You're better. You deserve better than default, Aaliyah.
That's right, Aaliyah.
Don't settle for default.
I love this show. You guys are so fun.
So, well, I love that you said, in the first time in your 5-year history that you missed an episode, and we're like, we miss episodes all the time. People, we're just
Amateur.
like, we literally just missed like 3 episodes in a row, but it was because family stuff. When we're just, when things are going on,
life happens.
Yeah, life happens. This podcast
hear me?
is great. It's fun. I love it. Yeah,
yes,
you sound
yes.
better.
You sound better, Leah.
Yeah, it's just hard. I felt bad because we're monthly. You know what I mean? We're not weekly or anything.
Yeah, yeah, I
that's
totally get
2
that.
months without an episode, and it was just we've been going pretty strong. But we're back.
Gotcha.
No harm, no foul. Things happen.
It does. Right.
I can't wait for the Christmas episode. I also can't wait for the next prompt. Anyways.
Well done. Well done.
So
Ian's real excited about that one.
I'm sure.
So wait, which one won? Which one won? Can't tell us yet. It's tomorrow.
No,
right?
I could tell you because if you're, people get it inside, but it was Utah's prompt, and it is. Now that looks like a mouthful.
Oh my gosh. I put one up. Why was mine? Mine was good. I think it was very simple. I don't even remember what it was, but it was.
It was
I'm
so
sure
simple.
it was appropriate.
Yours was. That's new. That was yours.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll work them both in.
I was going to say, Matt, you of all people could make that inappropriate as well. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, see. Well, here's the thing with me. Like, what I try to do in these cases is I try to not be inappropriate.
You want to zig,
but sometimes I feel like I should just lean into it. Like, and I could incorporate your prompt. Like, oh, that looks like a mouthful. Pause. Huh. That's new.
Interesting. Well, we'll have to see. I'll have to.
Right.
That's the one. That's the one for the January.
Episode.
That's not the Christmas one. Gotcha.
Nope.
Okay.
Did you do another poem? Because I tell you what, last year's poem was a work of art.
We probably shouldn't speak of last year's poem in this venue here, but no, it was not a poem.
Okay. All right.
Well, speaking of Christmas, that's a segue. That's the
king of segue.
Yeah, that's what that's called.
The segue king.
So the prompt basically that I gave the 3 of you for tonight's show was it's the 5 days before Christmas. We got 5 days until Christmas, 5 evenings where you can watch a Christmas movie each night leading up to the big day. And so the question is, there's only going to be 5 more movies for this. What are the 5 movies that you have to watch during that time? And again, this isn't, you can interpret that however you want, but my thought process is not, this is the greatest Christmas movie of all time. So sometimes the one I think is one of the greatest Christmas, I don't watch it every year. You know what I mean? Like that's not necessarily a must watch. And I made my list based on kind of what the family chooses. And we always see these 5, you know what I mean? There are others that I'm a fan of that fall in other places. So that's kind of how I looked at it. So these are not necessarily the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're in order and that kind of stuff. But if you only had 5 days to watch Christmas movies before the big day occurred to get yourself in the mood, what would those, what are your gut reaction? What are your first 5 movies that you'd pick? So I don't know. I feel like I want to let Matt go first.
Well,
so would you rather someone else do?
Should we each go kind of round robin and each name one as we go around versus everybody?
So I don't know. Did anyone do it where the 5 are kind of in an order? So the one closest to Christmas is the one that really is the one you always watch like that close.
No, I didn't rank. Okay. I personally didn't rank them. I just picked the 5 that would be the ones that we would watch the week before Christmas. And then I have a handful of honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Because ranking them is so difficult,
It is.
Well,
for me, the ranking is just, like I said, there's one that we watch every Christmas Eve. That's just the day that we watch that. Right. There's another one that we watch every Christmas day. At some point, it's on the television. We watch it. But
it might be on all day.
Exactly. But that isn't necessarily one of the 5 I'm going to mention. Do you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like it's just on all day. So we're definitely going to watch it.
Sure.
But there's one we make a point to watch, get the copy out or digitally grab it, whatever, and watch it on that day, Christmas Eve. And then the others could be anywhere in the mix. So yeah, I guess, I'll start. And then if you also had that on your list, we could just kind of talk about it. How's that?
There we go.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I like that plan.
So I say the first one that we usually watch of the season, although I'm gonna segue, or I'm gonna side note here because that's what we do. And then we segue back. We side note out, then we segue back. So I'm gonna side note out and just mention that this year we didn't follow our kind of normal procedures. We actually watched the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special yesterday.
Oh yeah, we watched.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yeah,
so
it's
good.
really fun. It's really funny. It has my favorite new Christmas song of all time.
It's great.
I think it's going to definitely, I got to get it on. I hope it's on Spotify because I'm adding my playlist for Christmas.
Oh, it totally is,
song. Yeah. It's so great, but that's not one of my lists. I'm just saying that's what we started with. But typically the first movie we watch of the season has been in the past Elf with Will Ferrell, directed by just totally blanked on his name. Not Vince Vaughn, the other guy.
Jon Favreau.
That's it. Jon Favreau, the Star Wars one.
Agreed.
Yeah. Not Vince Vaughn, the other one. That's
the other one.
That's not fair to Favreau. Favreau is an amazing director, and I just couldn't remember his name. It's not.
Look, Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau have been to, they've been
a great team.
They're the
great
Ben
buddy
Affleck and Matt Damon of also Hollywood. I guess they're all in the same hot thing, so that wouldn't work. Anyway, yeah. So Elf, Will Ferrell, I feel like it kind of sets the stage for the rest. It's funny, it's silly, it's heartwarming at the same time. And we, gets us in the mood for the holidays. It kind of kicks everything off. Did any of you else have Elf?
It's on my list.
Yes.
It's on the list.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
It's on the list for sure.
4 points for Elf. That's not what we're doing, but I'm just going to say.
Yeah.
The points don't
Elf
matter.
is an agreeable. Yeah, this is a game where the points don't matter.
Right.
That's my Drew Carey impression. Elf. Yeah, there we go.
So I don't know if any of you had the same experience with Elf, but the first couple of times I saw it, I cringed. It was so embarrassing. Like every time Will Ferrell opened his mouth, I was like, oh my God, don't do it. You're going to embarrass yourself. And it took me like 3 or 4 times before I actually could appreciate the movie.
To kind of warm up to
I was
it.
just like, oh my God.
Now, were you cringing because of the humor, or were you cringing because of this person in that situation, and you're like, oh my God, kind of like Michael Scott, right? Like, oh my gosh, why are you saying this?
Just stop.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you meant like, cause it's like,
no.
Garbage or something.
No. But now every time he jumps over that desk and says, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? I lose it. Like,
there's so many great lines.
There's something about it that's so innocent and sincere and wholesome and full of heart. That
Smiling's my favorite.
Yeah. I love that. I love, the narwhal going, I hope you find your dad.
It's my wife's favorite. It's just like,
good luck finding your dad. It's just, it really is just, we love it. We love, and Will Ferrell did a great job in that role. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine anybody else playing Buddy, right?
He did.
Mm-mm.
I mean, he definitely is a staple of Christmas for a lot of people now, I think. And now he's in another Christmas movie, Spirited. Somebody said they watched that.
Yep. We as a family went ahead and watched Spirited with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. And it's a musical, which is it
another Christmas classic? Is Will Ferrell about to become the king of Christmas?
I enjoyed it a lot, but I think it's going to become a Christmas classic, but I don't think it's going to be up near the top like Elf is for a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's Will Ferrell. Like the more Christmas movies he makes that become Christmas classics.
That's true.
He becomes the king. It's like, he's the king of Christmas.
Yeah, no, and
that's how it works.
And it's nice.
That's the royal succession.
That's how it works. That's the Christmas King clause. But it's nice. It's a entertaining retelling of A Christmas Carol. And there's some interesting twists that I didn't quite see that came up in the plot. And again, Will Ferrell does a great job of kind of playing this really wholesome, genuine, really from the heart character. So that. And Ryan Reynolds is hilarious. I mean, he's
always funny. That's on our list for this holiday season for sure. We just don't know when that's going to pop up yet, but I got to watch it before.
It's good. It's definitely worth a watch for sure. I recommend it.
What were you going to say about Elf, Aaliyah? Because I could see that you had some opinions.
Oh no, I was going to say. Oh, that is actually exactly what I was going to say. I really wanted to try it. Like, just that whole strange combination of weird candies.
Yeah.
And I know it's
the four food groups, right? Candy, candy corn, candy cane, and syrup.
Except that no candy corn.
Syrup.
Except no candy corn.
Did I say it right?
No,
or is it
candy?
Wow. Because candy corn. The first one was candy and then candy corn, is it?
Candy canes, candy corn. It's something like that.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
Right.
But, Aaliyah is part of the camp that doesn't like candy corn. So
are you a part of the camp that likes candy corn?
I like candy corn.
I like candy corn. I'll tell you what.
I mean, I don't run out and
I'm neutral
for it.
I'm neutral.
Yeah. If it's around, I'm going to eat it. It's good.
Right. I'm not going to go. But I'm not going to seek it out. Right. Yeah. I don't go to Costco and buy like the 50-pound bag of candy corn. But I also, if I see it, how much. I might reach and eat some, but it's not like my favorite. But I also don't hate it. It's not like I go burning candy corn factories because
like Aaliyah,
how much I hate like some people.
Candy corn factories?
Burn. So I just got very curious at how much candy corn makes in a given year, and they make $36 million annually in sales. Who is out here buying candy corn?
I don't know.
Rightfully,
everybody except you, Aaliyah.
Well, it's not me. We don't buy it. So
we don't buy it.
But I eat it.
From we don't buy it.
People who do.
No,
cool.
Oh my gosh. They make about 35 million pounds of candy corn a year. This is
wow.
I don't
and then
understand.
they make like $1 a pound.
So it's a little. They make a little over $1 a pound. That
sounds like it.
Is that really?
How much does it cost to make it? That's what I want to know. It's like
let's see,
$212 a year.
Well, come on.
They're the richest candy makers in the entire.
But come on,
profit margin's amazing.
We don't know how long candy corn takes to grow until you can harvest.
Exactly, that's true.
Boy.
So I mean, you can't just like make it. You got to like plant it and grow it, and then you have to harvest it. You got to time it all.
All right. Are you looking to see how much it costs to make it?
Yeah, I really want.
I doubt that they have. I doubt that that's released. I'm going to move on to the next movie. If you find it, let us know. All
I
right.
will.
So the second movie on my list of that during those 5 days we have to watch, it's either one of their, and this is going to spark a conversation, I think, but it's either one or two Home Alone, the first one or the second one, whichever one we're in the mood for. Maybe if we watched the first one last year, we'll watch the second one this year. It's just fun.
So
does anyone else have Home Alone of any kind on their list? Okay, so I'm the only one with Home Alone. Home Alone's only getting one.
I mean,
I have an issue.
All right, let's hear it, Matt. Let's hear it.
I also have an issue.
I'm sure that I think I heard you say in your introduction that you've already had the Die Hard, is it a Christmas movie conversation?
We had that conversation with Toby Danger. Yeah, because they actually
they wrote a song about it.
If you go to they have a song, and then if you go to Toby Danger website, you can get a Christmas sweatshirt that says Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's pretty amazing. So plug for Toby Danger. There they go.
So just real quick, I just wanted, but just because this is going to help me present my case, if you will. So I'm on the camp that Die Hard is indeed a Christmas movie for just the simple fact that John McClane is not in Los Angeles if it's not Christmas. The Christmas party needs to be taking place in order for the criminals to have everybody isolated to a single floor. Christmas is imperative to that plot. Like without Christmas,
the movie doesn't happen.
They're getting in that building. There's no way all those people are isolated. And John McClane's in New York, right?
Yes.
So Die Hard is 100% a Christmas movie. Christmas is necessary to that plot. Home Alone, it is absolutely 100% not. It happens to be at Christmas time. They go on vacation.
I see what you're saying.
But literally, Christmas doesn't really have anything to do with it, except for the fact that it takes place at Christmas time. He's home alone. There's criminals casing. I guess you could make the case that the criminals are casing the block because they know people are away for Christmas. Right. But that's about as loose as you can get. So I I love Home Alone. I watch it during the holidays. I don't think it's a Christmas movie.
See, so I'm gonna meet you halfway.
Okay.
I still think it's a Christmas movie, but the reasons you just named are 100% the reasons that I use to tell someone that Die Hard is. So if someone tells me that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie, then I say neither is Home Alone.
Right.
Because of basically all the things you said. However, in Home Alone, I will admit that he goes to Santa to ask him to get his family back. It's his wish. You know what I mean? Like there's things about the holidays that are integral to the emotions and the feelings that come out of the movie. And that to me is enough to be a Christmas movie. But yeah, it shouldn't be, but those are feelings you can't invoke in June because they all went to the beach.
And that's,
do you know what I mean? So that's my only reason for saying it's still in there, but I'm 100% with you. When people say Die Hard isn't, then I'm like, well, neither is Home Alone because Kevin is just a little John McClane who's stuck in that house because, he wouldn't be alone if it wasn't for Christmases. Those guys wouldn't be coming, just like the terrorists wouldn't have been. They weren't terrorists. They were thieves. They were excellent
thieves.
Extraordinary.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. They want you to think they're terrorists.
Yeah. But they wouldn't have been doing it if it's Christmas. Like there's so many parallels. It's not the same movie, but they're parallels that you have to admit.
The working title for Home Alone was Die Alone, but they thought that was too bad.
That's funny. So I do just want to say that, like, I was talking to my wife about this when I told her I was going to be on your podcast tonight, and she just looked at me, and she was essentially like, "You're full of it." She's like, literally, and she just straight up called me out, and she was like, "Look, you know damn well it's a Christmas movie." She was like, "You're trying to be difficult and trying to be controversial, but like, look, it's a Christmas movie." And I sat there and I was like, I guess I might try. Like, I think she called me out. She called my bluff. So like, for that reason, I did not put either Die Hard or Home Alone on my list for tonight.
Fair enough.
Did you put Gremlins or Lethal Weapon on your list?
Gremlins is on my shout out. It was number 5, but there's another movie that I kind of wanted to call attention to that I don't think a lot of people have seen, so I wanted to make sure I got that one in there.
Yeah, we'll save those for like the honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I just do not like. I don't know. I tried watching Home Alone last night, and I was just like
Get through.
No, I was
when did you stop? When did you stop? At what point?
Honestly stopped as soon as he's sitting in the chair watching the black and white movie. like after he gets done dancing or jumping on the bed.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
The gangster
like,
movie.
But I'm surprised that I even made it that far, because like they're just so bratty. They're just so bratty. I just can't tolerate it.
It's annoying. It's so. I'm with you in some ways, like, except that I still love the movie, but man, those kids, especially not just Kevin, but the kids and the uncle, that family is miserable.
Yeah. The family's
he literally called him a disease. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's the worst family in the country. Not just because they forgot their kid. No, but they're just awful
They're just
people.
bad people. Yeah.
Now the dad is just very milquetoast, and he doesn't seem like a bad guy, but he doesn't stand up for his kids when his brother or his wife's brother does stuff. So I can't like him. The mom, I still like. How can you not love?
But it's Catherine.
That's what I mean. How can you not love Catherine O'Hara? Like, she's freaking amazing. But
okay, but like
she did forget her kid, but she was worried sick. Nobody else seemed to care.
Right.
Okay, but like really though, whenever Kevin calls the mom a dummy, like my mom would have like smacked me until tomorrow. Like it would have been
I would if I would have called my mom a dummy,
non-abusive way.
I would have if I called my mom a dummy, I wouldn't remember anything after that. I would wake up the next morning. He called his mom a
dummy, and she left him home alone. So I think she did punish.
Okay, so she did
upstairs to be peed on. Essentially,
that's true.
I mean,
that's a pretty cruel punishment.
Yeah, she was just like, "Haha, who's the dummy? Enjoy the urine fest." You know.
I don't know.
Funny.
Those kids are just like I couldn't. I mean, as a child, when I look back on it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I could really enjoy watching this, I guess, as a child. But now that I'm just older and I'm listening to these super bratty children, I'm just like, why am I watching this? I don't have to watch this. They're a better Christmas movie.
They're the worst. They're the worst. And if you can't get through that, I respect that.
But I do appreciate his witty, his cleverness, not wittiness, his cleverness. You know, like he is very strategic.
It's pretty resourceful.
I love Marvin Harry. Too. And that's why I can't understand. There's no reason to make these other Home Alones that they've made, because Macaulay Culkin and Joe Pesci and Marv. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Someone help me.
What's his name?
Daniel Stern?
Yes, Daniel Stern.
Yep. Those three like make the movie. They're the reason you can watch it. These same things basically happen in a sequel and love it almost more than the original, right? And it's those three. It's nothing else about the movie, really. It's the kid and those two. They're like perfect storm of entertainment together. And when you throw another kid and French Stewart and some other, people, it's just
three, right?
No knock to French Stewart, but that's not Home Alone. It just doesn't work. It's not as good. You don't have that magical mixture. I think John Hughes is part of it as well. I think, Christopher Columbus, because didn't John Hughes wrote the first one, didn't he?
Mm-hmm, yes.
But Chris Columbus directing, like stuff, those kinds of things. And then you get somebody else to come in here and just kind of throw something together. Though I will say the last one that actually acknowledges the first two. Yeah.
The British one, right?
Yeah. Well, the kid is British.
The kid is
and
British,
the mom.
But it's a Netflix one, is it?
Right.
Seen anything?
No, it was on HBO.
HBO Max?
I don't remember where it was on. It was Disney Plus. What am I even saying? Because they have Disney it. Plus.
Yes.
I will say, while it's not a great movie, it isn't a terrible movie either. Do you know what I mean?
Like, it's better than 3 and 4.
Yes. Buzz is in it and has a great cameo. He's in it a couple times. It's in the same universe as Kevin's, whereas the other ones try to reimagine Kevin's universe, right?
There's like a different family.
This one is literally, you can forget all the other ones and call this one Home Alone 3 if you want to, but it's more of an offshoot because it's not Kevin's family, but they're acknowledged, right? It's like, it's in that same universe. And so I gave it a plus for that. That's the only reason I was willing to watch it. I was like, okay, I want to see what they do. And I didn't hate it. It's got, would you call it a requel? Girl from The Office. A what?
Would you call it a requel, remake / sequel, or
Did you just
reboot
make
/
up a word?
Yes.
No. It's they used it in the new Scream movie. Actually, they call it a requel, didn't they?
That's right.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
My
yeah.
bad. My bad.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So if you, I mean, it's worth it's if you have Disney Plus, you're not losing out anything but an hour and a half to watch it. It's not as good, but it's one of those where I'm just like, this whole thing could have been, avoided if with one conversation. You know what I mean? Like it's just one mistake and stupid mistake after another, a miscommunication. And those things frustrate me, like Matt was saying about, just not being able to, having those cringe moments where it's like, can this guy, do this? There's a lot of that in this too, where you're just like, oh my gosh, if so-and-so would just talk to so-and-so, while this is happening, and they would say, hey, wait a minute, I'm just this person, then everything is fine. Like it's just,
it's a different time too, right?
Bricks hitting you in the forehead. You can avoid, all of that,
whatever. All the hospital bills and everything else. But I mean, the original Home Alone 2, there were no cell phones, right? So that amplifies the situation even more, where I feel like, what is it called? Home Sweet Home Alone or something like that? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I don't know.
This one?
Yeah, the new one. With the British kid. Is it Home Sweet Home? Home Alone Sweet?
I don't remember. That's a good question.
Home Alone, sort of. Two home, two alone.
Stop.
All right.
But at different times. So some of the things that worked in the first two are easily solved by just cell phone technology.
Sure.
Which they would have to work around, but hey.
So Home Alone is only on my list though, so we'll move on because we talked about it for a long time. But I knew it would start a conversation, so I want to make sure that I said it early before people start tuning out of this. And then
I hate that kid Macaulay.
So the next one on my list we have to watch every year. Well, not every year, but I would make sure that it's on my, if it was only 5 choices. Muppet Christmas Carol. There are a lot of versions of the Christmas Carol and Scrooge story. In fact, there's a new one. The best one. There's a new one this year, an animated Netflix musical called Scrooge, which is another remake of that movie. I still prefer the Muppet one to any other version. Not that there aren't other versions that I like. This is my preferred version. This is my definitive Christmas Carol in my head canon. I go to it every time. Muppet Christmas Carol.
There are two versions that I go with. The Muppet Christmas Carol, which arguably is also probably one of the more faithful versions. And then Scrooge with Bill Murray.
Yes. I do like Scrooge quite a bit.
Those are the 2 Christmas Carol versions that those are my go-tos. But I totally agree with you. Muppet Christmas Carol is probably, if not my favorite version of that story. It's just, Michael Caine, come on. Michael Caine and Muppets.
So
you can't go wrong.
So this month on the episode of the Promptly Written podcast that's coming out tomorrow, we did a book club and we read A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens because neither of us have read it before. So I've watched.
How many versions?
I've watched 2 and I haven't seen the Muppet in a while. Like I remember liking the Muppet one, but for me, the definitive Christmas Carol was Mickey. So it was
Mickey Mouse. That's a good one too.
But I did watch this. It was a 1938 version of A Christmas Carol that was super true to the book, and it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
Wow,
that's awesome.
And that's out there. I think HBO Max, Paramount Plus, one of those has that one free to stream.
Okay. And and also, related, Spirited with Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell is also.
I need to watch that. I did not know it was a musical though.
Now I will. So that's not I would say that Scrooged and that aren't necessarily versions of the Christmas Carol. They're like
inspired by.
They use the same formula, but when I'm talking, but I love Scrooged. I love Scrooged a lot. Right. That's one of my favorite movies, but we don't watch it every year. It's not on my list, but I love it. But no, I what I'm talking about are the original, the original Christmas carols based on the book. Like this is it's Cratchit. It's the, it's the Marley, names. All those people are the same. And, but yet they tell the story in different ways. And, growing up, I saw George C. Scott one, and that was really great. I mean, there's a lot of great versions. But for me, the one that I go to in a heartbeat is the Muppets. It's just, I love everything about it. Even the songs are like memorable, like they stick with you, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Is that Disney Plus? Or
I believe so.
That should be Disney Plus, being Muppets. Yeah.
I'll have to revisit it.
Do you have a favorite Christmas Carol, Aaliyah?
Christmas Tree. That's my favorite Christmas. No, I'm just
Which one?
What?
Jim Carrey.
No, I was going to ask the animated one, right? It's like by the Polar Express folks. I was going to ask. Mm-hmm. So not my favorite, but I was going to ask if any of you have seen that. Have any other than Aaliyah? Have you guys seen it?
I have not. I meant to watch it before that we recorded, but I didn't get around to it. And then I saw the Polar Express thing, and Polar Express kind of creeps me out. Not gonna lie.
Well, this is further along, so they've advanced their animation.
Right. So it's less creepy, I think.
The eyes have.
I love the Polar Express.
I think the eyes are less dead, but still.
Because it's the dead eyes. And like the almost Tom Hanks that really creep me out.
For me, it's the kid in Polar Express with the man's voice.
And some of those bums are creepy too.
And he's like, hey, kids, let's go over here. I'm like, this is an adult pretending to be a child, and it's not okay.
Right. This is a kid with an adult voice asking the kids to go to his van, and that's not right.
Right. It was, that part bugs the crap out of me. I do love the Polar Express, though. I mean, I always feel great after watching that. Don't get me wrong, but that kid always annoys the crap out of me.
So is the Jim Carrey one worth watching then? To go back to the Christmas Carol?
So I'll throw my 2 cents in real quick, and then Aaliyah, you can defend it if you prefer, because I have one thing I don't like about it. So I thought the animation was great. Jim Carrey is a great choice. Like I would love to have seen him do like a live action version in costume. Mm-hmm. I think that he's a perfect actor for that. He's really good. So I was looking forward to it. And the story and the way it's told, fantastic. However, there's because it's animated, they throw in some really weird, dumb things, kind of like they did with Polar Express, and it was 3D. That are simply for the purpose of being 3D? Ridiculous eye candy that is like, why is this happening in a Scrooge movie? Like in Polar Express, they go at Santa's, workshop, and they're going down that roller coaster type thing, like all that stuff, that's all for the spectacle of seeing it in the big screen and stuff like that. Right. Totally unnecessary and does not hinge the plot whatsoever. That's the way I felt about some of the scenes in Scrooge and the Jim Carrey's version.
Hey, we're doing it in 3D.
But I thought the performance was really good.
Like this.
No, it's like it's just weird. It's stuff that's like a ride, right? It feels like they're trying to make a ride out of it.
Make a roller coaster thing.
And I'm like, come on. Like this, you just took me out of this classic story to put me on this ridiculous, amusement park ride, basically. It's, and that stuff bothers me, but it was good. Like I thought it was a good telling of the story. And Aaliyah, am I wrong about that? Or did you like that?
No,
part?
I definitely agree. And I also agree about the voice in Polar Express. Although that is still on my list, just because it is just one of those movies that I don't know. I actually really enjoy. But as for A Christmas Carol, I just think that Jim Carrey just does such a great job. Mm. And it did freak me out when I was younger. But when I watched it as I got older, I really liked it. And yeah, but I also agree. It does feel more like a roller coaster ride, or like something that you see in like a movie theater, like they wanted to like pop out at your face with the 3D glasses,
Yeah. So I'm going to throw this next one out just to get it out of the way. Die Hard obviously is on my list. We have already exhausted that topic.
There's really no discussion that needs it to be done at this point, right?
You all know how I feel. Nobody else. Does anybody else have Die Hard on their list, though? That's the question I do want to ask.
Die Hard to me is a Christmas movie, but it's not necessarily on my family's list as required viewing for the season.
Yes.
Is it on my list?
Same.
Exactly. Would I watch it? Absolutely. If I'm flipping
I watch it every year, even if the kids don't.
Right. If I'm flipping through and it happens to be on cable or whatever, I'm going to stop and watch it. Yeah. But it's not something that the family considers like required holiday season viewing.
Same. And I that was my one caveat, but I still included it because it's the 5 days that I'm going to watch and or the only Christmas movies I can watch. Do you know what I mean? So the family,
that would be one of them.
Even if these are the family sessions, they're enduring it this time because we're watching this. So Die Hard's on that list for me. And then the final one, this is the one that I saved for last because it's our Christmas Eve, right? This is the every year Christmas Eve. Our kids do a secret sibling kind of thing, as I think I've mentioned on the show before, but we have a lot of children and
not 14.
That was no, we have 6, but that was a choice that we made. And early on we decided that when they were adults, like we didn't want them to feel obligated to have to buy 5 Christmas presents for every, something for every sibling. So we started a tradition early on where they each they traded names, they pulled names out and they bought one present for that sibling. And it was kind of like, so everybody got something from somebody. And that way, when they're older, they don't have to feel obligated. There's no hard feelings, if they couldn't afford to do something for everybody. And so because it's not their fault that we decided to have 6 of them. You know what I mean? Like that's unfair to burden them with that. I feel like, so yeah, we introduced that. So every year we get together and do that. And, on Christmas Eve, they open those presents from each other. And then we watch Christmas Vacation.
Classic.
So yeah,
yes.
It's
classic.
It's every Christmas Eve we've been watching that one after the present opening. Yeah. That's the one that really kind of gets me in the mood for Christmas Eve. Because the Christmas Eve movie is the one that gets you ready for the next day. And we're laughing, but yet there's also there's that good spirit of Christmas that you feel even in the cynical stuff that's going on in this movie. Sometimes you can't help but still feel and want to sing the national anthem as a Christmas carol at the, right. If I had a rubber hose anyway, I think I love Christmas Vacation. It is definitively the best of the vacation movies, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
And it's a staple. It's got to be. Anybody else have it on the list?
It's on the list.
Yeah, so
totally.
Very much like you said that you watch Elf to kind of kick off the season. We watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on Thanksgiving. Like when we're done eating, that's what kicks off.
That's cool.
The Christmas
because it starts then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right?
It does start in Thanksgiving. Yeah.
We just realized that this year. I've seen that movie 1 billion times. And one of the kids actually mentioned is like, well, they watched the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Their family is staying in that house together for a month. Like I never put it together. I mean, obviously I know it's
except for Cousin Eddie. He's staying outside.
Right.
That there RV.
Yeah. That is insane.
That's crazy.
Like, but it finally just occurred to me this year that it's that long of a period. And I'm like, you're right. That's the Thanksgiving Day parade they're watching.
That is crazy to me because I don't think I noticed it either. And that's one of my favorite things to quote in the movie is, oh, here they are. Here come the nuts. Like,
it's the parade.
Right.
That's great.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I mean, that works as a Thanksgiving leading into Christmas. I mean, I think that makes perfect sense.
That's perfect. Yeah, that does make perfect sense. I also love the fact that one of the movies that's one of my honorable mentions is referred to by Clark because he refers back to White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny F and K.
Danny
right?
F and K.
And so I what can you say? I think I agree. I think it's the best National Lampoon's Vacation movie of all of them, even dating back to like the original. There's just something about it, and everybody's so comfortable in their roles at this point. And there's just so many great lines. Holy crap, are there so many? It's such a quotable movie.
Not to get off on too like far of a tangent, though, I would really like to know everybody's second favorite vacation movie.
The original.
The first one for me. Yeah, the first one for me.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Are you going to say European?
No, I love Vegas.
Vegas is very good.
I love
Vegas is good.
Vegas Vacation.
Vegas is a nice return to form after European, which was not that great.
European was not good at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
Vegas,
it was fine, but
Vegas though, you're right. It is a very good one.
Isn't that the one where
I picked the first one because it's got the best Rusty of all of them, and that's Anthony Michael Hall. I absolutely love Clark and Rusty in that movie.
Wow.
They're
That's a
so
bold
good.
take, man. You said
They're
that like
so
live on
good.
the internet.
Well, but you also, it wasn't Vegas. Isn't Vegas the one where they like actually recognize that there have been different kids? Don't they mention that somehow? Refer to that where the kids look different or are different? In one of the vacation movies, they actually.
I don't know, unless that was with the kind of rebrand with Ed Helms.
That was awful.
Oh,
it was fine. It wasn't like it was fine.
It wasn't a bad movie,
like
but
it
I
at
feel like they shouldn't have called it a National Lampoon's Vacation movie.
Yeah, they could have done anything with it, made it different
Clark
characters.
and Ellen were in it though, weren't they? Didn't they make cameos?
They did. And
they
even
did.
so,
Ed
here's
Helms was
that's
Rusty,
true.
right?
They did. You're right.
he was supposed to be Rusty. Here's why I think it's terrible.
That's right.
They literally can make Clark and Ellen unfunny. That's what I think about this. Like even they aren't good in that movie. It's bad.
Even
I don't
Beverly.
like
Fair
it.
enough.
I don't like it. I thought, and I saved it for an airplane ride. I'll watch all the movies I refuse to give money to in the theater when I have to travel for work, and I watch
you're
it
a
on the
captive
airplane
audience
for
and have no
free.
other
Right?
choice.
Yeah, I have all these free movies, and I watched all of them. Terminator Genesis, I watched on the Assassin's Creed movie. Like stuff I wasn't sure was going to be any good, right? And most of the time, it
They
wasn't.
weren't. Yeah.
And this was one of them. Yeah, I didn't like it, but anyway, that's good though. Vacation is people forget about like all the different ones. I think Vegas doesn't get enough love.
I absolutely love Vegas. It's my number two, solid number two.
I feel like
number two, but like a solid number two.
Not soft, not squishy,
Okay.
not watery.
Nice and clean.
Nice,
All right.
solid.
Yeah.
Aaliyah, give us your
Jeff is like
opinion on
help.
Christmas Vacation.
I was gonna say I feel like this is a dad movie because it's also one of my dad's top 5.
You might be right. Yeah.
It's
Did she just
possible.
call us old though? Like,
No,
to be clarified,
Well,
did you just call
well
us
seasoned.
it's like
Well
It's
seasoned.
like, yeah, it's well seasoned, and also
You don't have to be well seasoned to be a dad, Matt.
This is true.
I'm gonna ponder that. That might be another prompt.
Do you like it though, Aaliyah?
I really haven't watched it. I'm going to be very honest.
You've never given it that much of a
no, I
it's
haven't.
on kind of thing, but you don't.
Yeah. I feel like I would sit down and watch Grumpy Old Men before I would.
That's funny. That's a pretty funny movie too.
Yeah, I feel like I relate to Grumpy Old Men.
Grumpy old men.
She loves that movie, man. She loves the Grumpy Old Men.
I mean, no, it's fine. Like that. Talk about duos. That's a good duo.
Yes, they are.
I
Jack
know.
Lemmon, Walter
They feed
Matthau.
off each
Yeah,
other. But
they
I mean,
were
if we're
hilarious.
talking National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and Grumpy
I
Old
know.
Men,
Yeah.
I just don't know
it's
what
not.
it is about that movie that it just like
You know what, Aaliyah? You should
It
watch
hits
Dirty
my
Rotten.
spirit.
Have you watched Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? You should watch that.
wow.
no.
You should watch
No,
Dirty
I
Rotten
haven't.
Scoundrels.
I knew
But I
something
feel
was
like-
going to floor me tonight.
Yeah,
And there it is.
Wow.
But I feel like I need to actually sit down and give
Christmas
National
Vacation a shot.
Lampoon. Yeah, I'm like, what is the
100%.
movie even called?
Yeah,
Like,
you need to give it a chance. You need to give it a chance.
Yeah.
because
It's great.
normally my dad will just have it playing in the background, but yeah,
It is a. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
thought you were done. No, I'm just going to say, I think you're right. I mean, it is a dad's experience. You know what I mean? The movie
Clark
is
is all
from
of us.
Clark's experience, right? Yeah. Clark is, and not, but it's definitely a dad experience. He also represents anyone who has a crazy family at Christmas. So it can be that, but then he also can be, or you can relate to Ellen, or you can relate to Rusty or
Or
Audrey.
Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, well, hopefully not, but you can relate to being that kid who had to give up his or her, bedroom for their grandparents when they came to visit or family or whatever. So yeah, I think there's a lot of things that the whole family can like relate with, but I feel like it's definitely Clark's experience. Like you're really kind of feeling for him the whole time. He's waiting for his bonus. He's trying to provide a great Christmas for his family.
I think he's the heart of that movie.
It's definitely like that dad, like who just wants everything to be the best for his family and fails miserably. So he's all of us. No, I'm kidding. I think that's why I love it so much. But that's our Christmas Eve movie. It sounded like the two of you did have that, so that got 3 points. But the points don't matter. But that's all 5 of mine. So let's just go around. Let's go over to Matt. What's a movie I didn't mention that's on your list?
So let's see. There's a couple. So I'm just going to go with this one. It was going to end up out there eventually. It plays all day on Christmas Day.
That would be
it's my favorite Christmas movie of all time. It's A Christmas Story. It does play in the background our entire Christmas, and I do make it a point to sit down and watch it in its entirety at least once, just because.
No,
you probably see the whole thing throughout Christmas. What is she doing?
So look, I just want to point out that Aaliyah's reaction to A Christmas Story is very similar to a couple people in this house, my household's reaction to A Christmas Story.
I actually
generational thing for sure.
I think so.
We had this discussion on a previous episode of this podcast.
I'm sure we did.
Where she called this a dad movie too.
I 100% agree with this because this is all that plays in my household. From the time that we wake up Christmas Eve until we all go to sleep Christmas Day.
Do you have something against refinding the joy behind Christmas? Like a small child convinced.
Look. Aaliyah's upset that she never got her Red Ryder BB gun. That's what
they sell them at Walmart, man. You go get one.
No, I have always had a really great Christmas. I got an air hockey table one year for Christmas, a Game Boy Advance. I've had really great Christmases. It's just this specific movie because my dad watches it not all year round. But okay, it was bad. This is the thing. It wouldn't be so terrible if it was just playing on the TV, right? But they intentionally went out, bought the DVD, so that way.
So what they're playing it in the microwave, in the oven, on the kitchen sink.
It's just playing everywhere throughout the house, everywhere. You go down in the basement, it's playing.
Aaliyah wakes up and hears the movie and she goes, "Oh, fudge!"
Yeah, only she didn't say fudge.
But
she didn't say fudge.
Recognize the beauty of this movie. I just want to throw it out the window.
And here's what I think. I mentioned that I think it might be a generational thing. And this is where we run the risk being nostalgic of having to be careful how we pass that nostalgia on to our children. Because like with Marvel, my kids jumped right in and they love it. With Star Wars, my kids jumped right in and they loved it. Not all my kids grasped onto this movie. Like they don't hate it. It's just like, remember. Whereas for me, like every Christmas as a kid, I didn't have Christmas Vacation yet. I didn't have, some of these other movies yet. That was kind of the one. That was the Christmas movie as a kid. So I have a lot bigger, and I think Aaliyah is like my kids. Her dad made her watch it every year. And she's like, okay, it's okay, but Dad, I'm done. Like, I've seen this enough kind of thing. And then they put it on TNT 24 hours.
The entire day.
And so,
something else.
I can understand why the next generation is probably going to have a little bit of a grudge against this movie because of how much we have beat it into people by putting it on all day long. You know what I mean? Like, I think the younger generation is going to be kind of like, you know what I mean? I'll pass. You know what I mean? Because there's also something movies that are Christmas related that they're falling in love with instead. Right. And that'll be their nostalgia.
I think it's geographical too, because like my wife grew up born and raised Floridian. Far and few between, because I thought everybody moved to Florida, but there are actually people that live and are born there and raised there. I didn't know that.
Who would have thought?
And she understands and finds parts of A Christmas Story funny, but she doesn't have nearly the love of it that I do. And I can't help but wonder if part of that is because, I grew up in Northeast Ohio. And A Christmas Story being a movie that's supposed to be in Cleveland and seeing all the things that I saw and walked by and, as a child growing up and everything else, adds that attachment to it. And never mind the fact that, the house is still down there in Ohio City that you can actually go visit, take pictures.
It's
you
for
could
sale.
It's for sale. And you can actually, you know, at one point you could actually rent a room or rent a house for
You still can.
You still can?
Yeah, they're trying to sell it and keep it a museum and a B&B or whatever it was. I don't know what it is, but yeah, you're right. Except I grew up in West Virginia.
But you grew up in West Virginia, so I don't know.
And it was something I watched every Christmas.
Thing,
it didn't matter,
right? Like it's like Kevin said in Home Alone 2. Like you can't have Christmas with palm trees.
Yeah,
like that's nonsense.
It's not the same.
It's not
totally
the
not the same. Absolutely.
No offense to anyone in a tropical clime.
Well, and I know Matt has watched it, but you know they made the sequel.
Oh my God!
Right, A Christmas Story, Christmas. They've brought Ralphie back. They brought his friends back. I love that they brought some of the original cast back. And
did you see it already, Utah?
I haven't watched it yet. No.
So
I
haven't either. I'm waiting for the family. The family wants to see it.
I will not spoil anything. It's incredible. Like
nice.
I went into that with no expectations. I was like, please don't ruin this for me. Please don't ruin this for me. It is absolutely 100% perfect. Like
nice.
I bawled during that movie. Like it was so good. Every bit of nostalgia you want is there. Every bit of the heart of the first movie is there. It is such a great tribute to just the tradition of that movie. It's perfect. It's like you should, as soon as we're done, you should go watch it with your family. It's amazing.
Well,
we almost watched it yesterday. We had everybody was over yesterday, and we were thinking we were going to watch the first movie of the season, and actually my son-in-law was like, I gave them choices over which we were going to watch Spirited or that. We're going to watch a new one as the kickoff this year, something new we haven't seen. And he picked that one, and I was so excited. And then they ended up going home because we didn't end up watching. So we watched the Guardians of the Galaxy anyway, which is still funny. But
which is great.
Yeah, I want to see it really badly, but it is something that I'm going to have to wait for them to come back over.
It's so good. Although I will say that it's probably, at least I won't be able to watch it as often as I watch the first one because it's really emotional. Like
more emotional.
So it's so good. Like I really don't want to say anything.
Sure. No, that's enough. That's perfect.
It's perfect.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that because, you know, they waited specifically. Peter Billingsley said he wasn't going to do it unless he felt very strongly that it was, for lack of a better word, a worthy story to continue, you know, from the first movie. Yeah. And so that's why it took so long. And I'm glad to hear that they finally found something that worked.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, and I have it on my list too. Not that one, the original.
Yeah. But the Christmas story.
All right. I have it as I didn't have it on my list because it's just it's a staple. Christmas Day. It's on at some point we watch it. So it isn't one of those where we kind of make a point to sit down in the 5 days. That's the only reason I didn't, because it'll just kind of happen on its own on Christmas.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Like Thanos.
So Utah, was it on your list or no?
Yes, it was on my list.
Because we know it wasn't on Aaliyah's list. She got choked when I said it. So.
I'm not a hater of the movie. I just I don't want people like they're gonna send me like hate mail. Like, how dare you?
No.
I hope you shoot your eye out.
I'll save that for you to wait until you tell me you haven't seen like Beverly Hills Cop or something like that.
I haven't seen it. Don't even know what that is.
Every single time. I can't.
All right.
So I
what
got
do you want from me?
I got two more that weren't on the list.
Wait, real quick, Matt. Have your kids seen Beverly Hills Cop?
Yes, they have.
Okay, I
don't think they appreciate it as much as
mine haven't. So my kids are just like Aaliyah. I didn't make them watch that one. So.
Now, is it true that they're making a sequel? They're actually making a.
I hope so.
I've heard that is happening, and it's Judge Reinhold. Like it's like the real thing.
And it's a real thing with Eddie Murphy and Judge.
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Yep. Anyways, all right, go ahead. What were the other two you were going to say?
So I got two more. One is the Santa Claus.
Okay, Tim Allen.
The first one.
Tim Allen.
That's on my list.
It's just
nice.
I don't know. It's always been a staple ever since it first came out. I don't know,
now, just the first one or the series? Would you say?
Okay, so my favorite is the first one.
Yeah.
I really like the second one, and partially because I'm a big fan of Mrs. Claus. But
Hey.
In general or in that film?
Or just in the film?
I appreciate her as an actress.
Okay.
And then but the third one I don't like. I really wanted to like the third one, but it's like too much for me.
So that one's on Aaliyah's list and your list.
The third one?
Utah? No. The Santa Claus.
The Santa Claus, yeah.
Utah, did you have it on your list?
It's not on my 5, but it is on my list of movies that as an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Like
we don't watch it a lot here. I like it, but the kids never bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, like, if it's on and we don't mind the movie, but it's not one of the ones that we're like, okay, time to watch this. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny.
I like the first one.
We were talking about it the other day. There's a lot of parallels, I think, between that one and Elf, actually, just about like kind of like trying to refine the spirit of Christmas. Like there's the, his meter goes in the Santa Claus, and he has to get that thing to fly again. The same thing happens in Elf. The engine gets lost. I mean, there's so many parallels, and it's like a constant theme with Christmas movies where you need to like rediscover that magic of Christmas, kind of that Christmas spirit, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, and they just recently made a sequel, right?
Well, it's a TV show series.
Oh, it's a series.
It's a series.
I didn't know that.
I've watched the first 2 episodes, and it's kind of like how you feel about the Halo series.
Okay,
gotcha.
Earlier. Like
it's not catching you yet.
I'm not quite sold. I'll probably see it through, but it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so Santa Claus and
then so this one I guarantee nobody's going to have on their list. It's an oldie. It is not. It's a Wonderful Life, because that is not a Christmas movie. I could go off on a tangent right now. You could tell me It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas movie and you're full of it. You're 100% full of it. It takes place at Christmas. It should be called It's a Terrible Life. Life sucks, but your family can pull you off of the bridge in the end if you want them to, because it's a depressing, horrible life.
Dude, that's a really long title. I don't think
but I mean, I think you really
I know why they went with It's a Wonderful Life now.
I don't, because it's terrible. It's so depressing.
Well, nobody would see the one you just described.
Well,
if that was the title.
They couldn't even fit that title on the marquee, man.
No.
It'd just be like, it's terrible, ... Like, I mean, that's just like, so we won't get into it. But this is an old movie. It's called Remember the Night. It was released in 1940. It starred Barbara Stanwyck and Fred MacMurray, who...
Fred MacMurray?
Yes. So they also starred in my favorite film noir called Double Indemnity. And they're a great pair. They feed off each other really well. Remember the Night is good. Remember the Night. It's just a great movie. Just like, I'll give you a real quick synopsis. She's a shoplifter. He's a prosecuting attorney. And he's supposed to be prosecuting her. So they're like in court, and it's right around Christmas, and he feels bad for her that she's going to have to spend jail on Christmas. So as the prosecutor, he bails her out. But then he has to make sure that she doesn't, fly, because she's got to be back in court after Christmas. So he ends up taking her home to his family, and they end up like falling in love. It's just a really like feel good movie.
Wait, is his wife part of that family that he's taking him home to?
He's not married. He's a single dude. Yeah. He's
you say he takes her home to the family and they fall in love, and the wife is like, "What the hell?" Son?
He takes her home to his mom, essentially.
Okay, gotcha.
So
he's living with his mom?
No, he's going to his mom's for Christmas.
Oh.
I feel like I did a very bad job.
So
no, it's just them.
So he's prosecuting.
He's a bachelor. An attorney doing well. She's a shoplifter. She's pretty. He feels bad for her that she's going to have to spend the holidays in jail. So he bails her out, but he has to make sure she doesn't skip town. So he's planning to go home.
So check that out. And he prosecutes her to the fullest extent of the law.
Well, this was 1940. There was nothing done to the fullest extent in these movies.
That sounds fun. I want to check that out.
It is, and I'm not sure if it's streaming somewhere. I have it on YouTube TV. They play it on like AMC all the time.
Okay,
I'm not sure if it's streaming.
Sounds about right.
It's really good.
Listen to you.
I really wanted to just throw it out there because I was hoping to like give somebody like, oh, that might be cool. Because I think a lot of people see like a black and white movie and they're like, oh, that can't be good. It's black and white. And it's like, it all started somewhere. And
that's right. They're missing out on a lot of really good movies.
This one has a lot of the heart that a lot of these movies that we're talking about have. So
nice.
Yeah. So that's it for me.
Yeah, that's not on my list.
All right. So Utah, there were some crossovers though already. So you probably only have a couple left.
There are only really like a couple of honorable mentions that are ones that, like I said,
did we already mention all of your 5?
Oh no. Okay. So of the 5, the only one that hasn't been mentioned is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
Yes.
Is what?
That's a
Emmett
great
Otter's Jug Band Christmas. It's a Jim Henson production.
Never
So it's
heard of
puppetry.
it.
Oh,
you got to watch the blooper, the YouTube, the blooper reel where they're rolling the drum out of the
shop. Yeah.
You got to look that up on YouTube. That's the funniest like 10 minutes of your life you'll ever have.
Is this streaming somewhere?
That's a good question.
I imagine it's on Disney Plus.
I'm assuming it's on Disney Plus because it's a Jim Henson production.
Okay.
But it's something that I grew up with as a child, and actually Karen, my wife, also.
Prime. Wow. It's on Prime.
Oh, nice.
Prime.
Okay.
All right.
And Peacock.
But it's just, there's just something about it that's really wholesome, and there's a lot of heart to it, and the puppetry.
It's very wholesome.
Is just so great, and
yes.
You don't see that kind of thing in this day and age of CGI and everything else.
Are they all original puppets for this movie, or are they? Okay.
Yeah, there are no
all
Muppets
original characters. So it's not a Muppet production. It's a Jim Henson production.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cute. It's super cute.
I'll check it out for sure.
It is very cute.
Watch the YouTube trailer.
But the fact that there are bloopers and this is probably
they stay in character. These guys when these
puppeteers, they're staying in character when the whole bloopers happen. They're still playing their characters, and I'm positive that's where Pixar got the idea for their bloopers from their movies.
Yeah.
Because
except these are actual improv by the characters.
Exactly. Yeah. These aren't scripted. These are actual.
It's so really funny. Oh my gosh. I was laughing so hard when I first saw that video.
It's a lot of fun.
So before we go to some honorable mentions, okay, so which ones crossed over with you, Aaliyah? So Santa Claus was on your list. Elf was on your list, right?
Yeah, the Polar Express, Christmas Carol, and then my last one was the Grinch.
Okay, which one?
Jim Carrey Grinch? Yeah, Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah, Jim Carrey Grinch. And there is like a theme that's like my mom, she has forever said, literally for years, she has said that she is the Grinch. And so my nephew, I don't know if you could see this picture, but my nephew took this picture with the Grinch, right?
Oh, how cute.
Oh, wait.
Put it back up. Oh, that's fun.
Picture.
That's adorable.
Right? Okay. And then my mom, she said, how awesome. I knew I'd be able to get Kai to take a picture with me.
That's great.
She calls herself the Grinch. And that is what plays on New Year's Eve for all of us.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Yeah.
I watched that cartoon version, the Tex Avery.
I watched the original.
Chuck Jones. I got mixed up.
I watched the original.
We watched that too.
I used to watch that every Christmas too. It was like a Christmas story. Like I had to.
Total staple.
Along with all the Rankin Bass stop motion ones,
Yeah, Rudolph.
Although I've fallen away from those. They don't have the nostalgia for me that they used to.
They don't quite hold up anymore. Yeah. For some reason.
Yeah.
But the original, so when the Jim Carrey one came out, I was a little bit like, what? Why do we really need a backstory?
Grinch. Yeah.
But I can't lie. I mean, I enjoyed it. I had
his performance is
he's really so good. Yeah.
I just loved that movie.
Yeah. It's fantastic. Now, have any of you seen the animated one with Benedict Cumberbatch, the new one that just came out?
Oh,
no.
Like last year or the year before?
Yeah.
It's very,
absolutely.
What do you think? Is it as good as the Jim Carrey? Okay.
Love it.
Wow.
So is that the new animated Grinch more of a Jim Carrey Grinch or more of the classic Grinch?
Is it a different story or is it the same story just animated?
I don't
think
that
another
it's
how he stole
it's
Christmas?
not. No, it's not it is how he stole Christmas.
But it's a different telling of it.
Yeah, I believe it's just a what did you say? A rendition or whatever your little.
A requel?
Yeah. Oh, no. I think it's like a rendition.
Retelling.
Okay.
Remake.
Yeah.
Reboot.
Yeah, I've not seen that one yet. But I am interested in seeing it because I like Benedict Cumberbatch. And I think he's a good choice for the voice.
Benetton Cumberbund is definitely a good choice for the voice for sure.
That one is currently streaming on Fubo, FX Now.
Hey, language.
and DirecTV. You can watch. That's where you can stream the new Grinch. Or rent it.
Oh, it was on Netflix. That's where it was. That's how we.
It's not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not there now.
Netflix was like,
yay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was on Netflix.
All right. So that's okay. So that's everybody's 5. Everybody got their 5 out, right? We all agreed with those. So we'll start down in Utah's corner and go back around again. What are some honorable mentions?
Oh, okay. I only have a couple of honorable mentions. One of them, well, I'll mention this one just because I love everyone knows Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, but that song was originally written for Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland. And that's a cute little old musical Christmas thing. But Judy Garland had a problem with the original lyrics. And this is why. Because the original lyric went, have yourself a merry little Christmas. It may be your last. Next year, we may all be living in the past. And Judy Garland said, we need to change those lyrics, sir, because I'm not singing that kind of stuff for the holidays.
Wow. That's depressing.
Right. Next year. Anytime you say maybe your last, that doesn't make it happy.
Jingle bells, you might die today. I mean, what? We're just going to, right?
That's awesome.
Oh, Christmas tree, fall on me. No.
Oh my gosh. I wonder how, that could make for an interesting episode if there are other Christmas carols that started out really dark like that.
Yeah, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole later, I think.
I was going to say, I think that's a really deep rabbit hole, and I bet it's very interesting.
Yeah.
But, other ones, we mentioned Scrooge before. White Christmas, Bing Crosby, Danny effing Kaye.
I still haven't seen that movie.
You should watch it.
It's
actually entertaining.
How have I not seen it? Yeah.
It's actually entertaining.
A couple times, but it's good.
It's a good one. Sure. Yeah, easy. It's definitely worth a watch. Yeah. And then the other one that I'm not sure anyone would remember is The Ref with Dennis Leary. Because that's a Christmas movie. It's a thief that breaks into a house at Christmas.
That's my honorable mention, and that is the one.
It's hilarious.
My wife and I watched that for years. On Christmas Eve night when the kids were in bed and we're wrapping gifts, that was our go-to movie almost every Christmas for many, many years. Haven't seen it in a while, but yes, Kevin Spacey is in it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if you want to, it's hilarious.
It's such a great movie. I mean, there's a lot of foul language, but it's not for the kids. It's not a kid's Christmas movie.
No,
it's a rated R. But
oh my gosh.
Dennis Leary is flipping hilarious in it. It's just, it's a great Christmas movie.
Dennis Leary, I think, was at the peak of his power when that movie came out because it was, it's really, and it's just one that, again, not the whole family, it's not something that the whole family insists on seeing for the holidays, but it's something that I'm going to watch it because it's just so funny. So there you go. Oh, and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, but that's a Thanksgiving movie more than a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. So that was going to be my one. Honorable mention. That was definitely on the list. I got one more. So since we're talking about old classics, then I will throw Christmas in Connecticut out there. We finally watched.
That's a good one.
We finally watched that last year, the year before, and it's very fun. It's a woman who writes for a magazine, and she's supposed to be this great cook, and she writes these great articles about homemaking and home life and all this stuff that people love, but she doesn't know how to do any cooking of her own. She doesn't, you know what I mean? She's not, but
sounds like me.
Some famous person invites her to his house or something like that. Yeah. And she's supposed to cook Christmas dinner. And it's a mess. She's got a chef that's a friend. it's one of those funny, stuff's coming in the back door while they're going out the front door. Lots of hijinks, but it's also very romantic. It's a very cute little romance going on because that's what all those were about. I ended up liking that very much, so I'll throw that one out.
That's a good
Aaliyah, what were you? Do you have any honorable mentions? Is there one more that you maybe wasn't on your list, but you would have put it on there if I'd said 6 instead of 5?
No, I mean, with my parents, just thinking about the ones that like we watched with my nephews. Klaus, that was the one that we
thank you, Aaliyah,
the animated one, right?
Yes, the animated one. It's really good.
Yeah, that's a good.
It was Netflix about 4 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, that was
it's
good.
2D animation too. It's phenomenal artwork. The art is phenomenal. And it's a great story. You're right.
It is.
That should have been my honorable mention as well. Thank you for bringing that up, Aaliyah, because not enough people know about that movie, and it's really good. It is a
really, really good movie. And I love the storyline of it. And, just like this klutzy postman that just is like, doesn't really feel like he has a purpose or whatever. But and he does. He ends up making a whole difference in these kids' lives stuff.
Yeah.
And it is cute. It is really, really good movie. And also the animation is great as well. I'd say that one. And then, I don't know. I feel like if we're going old school.
Yeah, just like
Quotes.
So 1997.
so. Right.
Now.
Probably not even that far. I don't know. I feel like I think of some of the ones that I watched would watch with my mom, like Serendipity or something. I don't know.
Serendipity.
Does that take place at Christmas?
Serendipity is a Christmas movie, isn't it?
I
Is that the one with Sandra Bullock?
I feel like
Is that
John
Sandra
Cusack
Bullock?
is in it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
I know that.
Oh.
Hold on. Let's see. Kate Beckinsale.
Oh no, Kate. It's Kate Beckinsale.
Okay.
How did you
Is it John
confuse
Cusack though?
Cusack and
And,
Kate Beckinsale?
Well, because that was
don't know
what.
if it's-
So it's a Leo old school. So that's probably what 2000, early 2000s.
I don't know.
So
Let
John
me
Cusack.
see. Hold on.
So John Cusack was, kind of trying to hit that romantic. lead role.
2001. Yeah,
2001. Old school. Love it. It's my favorite.
God, I was born in 94. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, God.
That is old for me. That is old. I don't know what you want. And I said air quotes.
1994.
That's great. All right, Matt.
All right.
Do you
So
have
I'm going
a couple more?
I got a couple more, and I'm just going to rattle through them quick because I almost have as many as you asked me to get in the first place. So, I think we mentioned this already, but Gremlins.
Yes.
I always try to watch it at least once a year.
It's a good one.
I can watch that any time of year.
Yeah.
And I don't know that we've ever done it like as a Christmas movie though. But it's definitely, I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just
but it is.
We've just watched it when we felt like watching Gremlins.
Sure.
That's a good choice. Yeah, I like that.
So something that's been getting a lot of play the past couple of years in my house is Four Christmases
I've not seen that
with
one.
Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah,
Right.
I know of it. I have not seen it.
Oh, it is so good. John Favreau's
Four
in it.
Christmas.
Like, so you get a little bit of that Vince Vaughn, John
Favreau is in a movie with Vince Vaughn.
Well, I mean, he's like a cameo in this almost.
Okay.
Like he's like a bit part. So it's really, but like when they're together, you might as well be watching Swingers. It's so
That's
good.
funny.
Like, I mean,
It's on
okay.
HBO Max. Fool.
yeah. So that one's super good. I highly recommend
You mentioned
that.
Swingers. Now I'm going to have to watch Four Christmases because Swingers is like top notch.
One of my daughter's favorites is Christmas with the Cranks. I couldn't put 2 Tim Allen movies on my list. So Christmas with the Cranks is pretty good. So I'm shouting that out for my daughter.
Okay.
And then this one you're not going to expect from me, but this is my last one. It's a Hallmark movie.
Already already surprised.
It's called The Christmas Train.
What?
It's called The Christmas Train. It's a Hallmark movie.
Is it a cheap knockoff of Polar Express?
No, it is not. And I'm telling you, like, it's Dermot Mulroney.
Oh,
love that man.
Okay.
He is
Danny Glover,
one of my
Joan Cusack. Like, this is like top tier Hallmark here. It is so good. I'm not even giving you any plot because it's perfect. Like it is so good. Like I don't want to I don't want to like Hallmark movies. Like I don't want to like them at all.
Yeah.
I bought this movie. I bought it on iTunes.
You spent money to own
I spent my own money to own the Hallmark movie, The Christmas Train. It is that good.
Huh.
Wow.
When did it come out?
Wow.
It came out in 2017.
Yeah,
okay, so fairly recent. So not old school.
No, so good. Like so good.
Okay.
All right. Dermot Mulroney and Joan Cusack.
I just want you to trust me and watch it, and then you can tell me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Interesting.
The Christmas Train.
The Christmas Train.
It's the
But
Christmas
I feel like I have to watch it just for Dermot Mulroney.
Dermot Mulroney.
He's great. He plays a writer, so it's it's so good. It made me want to go on a cross country trip on a train. Is what it made me want to do.
Wow.
So
Don't
Dermot
tempt me.
Okay, so let me guess. He plays a cynical writer, and by the time at the beginning of the train ride, but by the end,
He has no legs.
Here, I'm gonna what?
What? How? What?
I don't even know what to say.
He loses his legs on a cross-country train trip, and thus discovers the spirit of Christmas.
No, because here's the thing: whatever you guess, you're going to be wrong.
I was thinking of that writing. What is that writer movie where he's basically trapped in that crazy woman's house?
Oh, Misery.
Yeah,
this is nothing like Misery. I promise you.
Wasn't he a writer?
Oh my!
He was. You're right. James Caan,
right.
I don't even like
the Christmas Train. You'll lose your legs.
Train.
So
don't hop on over to watch this movie. Get a lift.
Oh, that is so bad.
As long as
I'm sorry.
As long as we're mentioning Hallmark movies, though, have you guys ever played Hallmark Bingo?
I can't. Like, what is okay? So, like, I'm sorry, Jeff. What is Hallmark Bingo?
Okay, so you can
how does he lose his legs? In like a luggage accident?
Well, I mean, it's a train. I'm thinking he gets run over. That's why I was like, oh, this is not a cool Christmas movie.
Everybody has all their limbs.
That's on Hallmark Bingo.
But, I was trying to, earlier we were talking about like gruesome days. These gruesome.
All he wants for Christmas are legs.
Yeah, like halfway through, he starts sprouting these tiny little legs, like Lou's tiny hands. You know what I'm talking about? And they just like pop out. He like tries to walk.
Isn't that from a movie where he has like his little baby legs? It's so disturbing. Look, wait, it's
Deadpool.
It's from Deadpool. That's
Deadpool.
so disturbing.
The little hands.
Oh my. Oh my stomach.
All right.
Christmas Train is also nothing like Deadpool.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just turned this really probably wholesome, great movie.
This is a very, listen,
I apologize.
It takes a lot for me to come out onto the internet live and
say you like a
praises
Hallmark
of a Hallmark movie.
Well,
so
and
that was not on my Hallmark Bingo card.
So Matt, so you don't want to like Hallmark movies, but are there people in your family who kind of do?
My mom. My mom. Constantly.
So here's what I'm recommending. I'm going to find them on the internet. You can basically Google Hallmark Bingo, and you'll get bingo cards. And there are things that happen in like every Hallmark movie, and they're, mixed around on bingo cards, and you play with your family while you watch the movie. And it's like, a blonde woman, or something like,
woman goes back to hometown, check.
Oh my goodness.
Kiss under mistletoe or something, you know what I mean? There are things, and it's like, oh my gosh,
loses
who's
legs
gonna
on
get bingo
train,
first?
check.
My wife and daughters started doing that a few years ago, and It makes it if you don't enjoy the Hallmark movies, at least makes it enjoy. Like that's a reason you're like, okay, I'm trying to get bingo. I don't really care what's going on in this movie, but I'm going to win.
Turn it into a game
if we want to.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah. I mean, that's up to you guys. I don't know that there are official rules for Hallmark bingo, man.
Like if somebody leaves a metropolis to go to like a small southern town where
if somebody's going back to their hometown, take a shot.
Yeah, that probably exists as well.
Person runs into like their old high school boyfriend from small town, take a shot.
Right. So Hallmark bingo, you're gonna want to check that out. That's pretty.
Hallmark actually sells bingo cards. They've embraced it.
Do they?
They've embraced it.
Are you serious?
That's smart. That's super smart.
That's hilarious.
$11.99.
Wow! For what, a set of 4?
On sale. Let me see. You get. Show more details, please. 102 total bingo cards in 6 different designs for $12.
Oh wow! That's
20% off right now.
Wow.
Are they just like one use only?
It looks like it, yeah.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah, but it's like wholesome. So it's like, if there's a candle or snow boots or glitter. It's like this probably isn't the fun one.
There's some funnier ones. Yeah.
It's not person loses limbs. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach Morris wannabe.
B12. Lost a leg. Got it. Got it. Bingo.
No. Bingo. It says legs plural, not just one. That doesn't count.
Come on now. You got to count the one leg.
No,
one leg. One leg, not legs. It's not one legs.
It's too funny.
Oh gosh, I don't.
That's how more family disputes have come out of Hallmark bingo it's going to be more infamous than Monopoly. Yeah,
but I highly recommend.
Limb counts.
All right, the Christmas train. Just to kind of piggyback on that, as part of the Christmas movie rabbit hole, I actually found a list of like new Christmas movies and you know what? People are getting really creative with the titles of some of these movies. It's like Merry Bingemas is a good one. We Wish You a Married Christmas. That's another good one.
Interesting.
I like one of my favorites is A Christmas Karen. I like that one. That's a good one. I wonder what the plot of that movie is.
That one sounds like it would make me angry.
She loses a leg and then asks to see the manager is what that
I could see A Christmas Karen being a Scrooge story, right? She's a Scrooge and right.
You've got a typical
the ghosts
Karen.
Make her recognize that she is a bee and that this is not good.
Right. And it's like the ghost of Christmas manager past, ghost of of barista present, and ghost of
That's fantastic.
I think
Menorah
I might
in the middle.
Writing a Hallmark movie. I think I got an idea.
I feel like you should.
Yeah, just do that.
And as a cute little inside joke, make sure one of the characters loses their legs. Just
yeah, there should be at least one double amputee in there. Before we sign off, because we're gonna, I do want to throw out that there are quite a few new Christmas movies to check out. Spirited, we mentioned already. Christmas Carol, Christmas. Or no, Christmas Story Christmas. Mm-hmm. I mentioned there's a new Scrooge on Netflix that's a musical. There's quite a few actually new Christmas movies. You got the Guardians of the Galaxy got a little special there. So every year I feel like, and not just the Hallmark movies, they put out like 100 of those a year. Right. But I feel like people are really trying to find 8-Bit Christmas came out on HBO last year, I think it was. The year before.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was it was a great mix of A Christmas Story and it had a lot of those kind of elements of the nostalgia. But instead of a BB gun, he's going for the,
for a Nintendo.
Yeah. Basically. I loved it. I thought it was really great.
Great.
No, it was well done. We enjoyed it.
So yeah, it's neat to see some new Christmas movies, because I feel like there was not a lot for a while. You know what I mean? Like there was a whole bunch in the 80s that kind of everybody liked. Then I feel like in the 90s, a lot of them were more adult related. In the 90s and 2000s Christmas movies, there was a few, like you've got The Grinch and those that popped up here and there. But you've got
rom-coms, weren't they? Like about thinking like
Love
about
Actually and Four Christmases, like you mentioned, things like that. Oh, I just thought of another one, Christmas with the Cranks. That's another Tim Allen one that's actually pretty funny to watch. Yeah,
Matt mentioned it for his. For
oh, you did. How did I miss that? I missed that one. Sorry, Matt. I wasn't listening to you.
No, it's fine. It made me.
In fact, this is the first time I've listened to you the entire episode. So.
That movie kind of made me want to try one of those canned hams, but they kind of grossed me out. So I still haven't done it.
The what?
Hams. You mean Spam?
Hams. No, it was like one of those big canned hams. It was one of the thing that the daughter really liked, and she had to go find it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we bought a little one, and you open it, and it's got that like Spam kind of grease that's just like sitting in there. Yeah, it's gnarly.
Yeah.
My dad loves Spam in a can, and he'll like
don't knock Spam. Spam is good.
I will not. No, gross.
I will 100%. And he likes those little wieners that come in the can, and he like
okay, family show, Leah.
We call them Vienna sausages and not tiny wieners. What happens when little people get on the Christmas train, right?
First, right. It's either the legs or the wieners on the Christmas train.
Okay.
Somebody's losing something on the Christmas train. Watch out, it's going to end up canned.
Oh my God.
In some type of novelty meat for your family to enjoy.
Yeah.
On the menu on the dining car of the Christmas train, legs and wieners.
Christmas ham and little wieners. All right.
No, come on.
This has been
They're like little hot dogs.
No, they're called Vienna sausages, though, Aaliyah. That's the thing. If you say that, it's much less suggestive than little wieners.
You think you just ruined those for me?
That's fantastic.
I don't understand. They don't look like sausages at all.
Those tiny wieners in the can simmering in their own broth.
That was not on my Hallmark bingo card.
No, it's not. If anybody's using the Hallmark, if that was on anybody's card, they just won with that one. That was the
legs nor
only on our
wieners.
Christmas episode. Will you
tiny wieners?
will you hear about that for sure?
It is a World Gone Geek Christmas.
It is. It is. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what, guys? We got to sign off because we've kind of hit the far limit of what I like to do
it's
for
like
the
we're
show.
Delirium now.
Yeah. No, I mean for time. If you're still listening, we appreciate it. Thank you so much for being a part of our Christmas episode. We hope that you'll check out some of those movies. Make sure you go to the website, click that little microphone down on the bottom, and you say the secret phrase, Utah. What was the secret phrase? And it's not little wieners. The secret phrase to win a copy of Halo.
Halo cow.
That's right. Say that on our little thing, and you could be eligible to win a copy of Halo, season 1, all on Blu-ray, and enjoy it in your own private abode.
Nicely put.
Perhaps watch it while you enjoy some Vienna sausages.
There you go. Hey, that's right.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the socials. We're at World Gone Geek. We'll be back next week with another show. We've got 2 more shows before the end of the year, so make sure to join us again. We're going to take a break over the holidays and come back in January, but it's been a great episode talking about Christmas. I love it. Thanks so much for being here, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Legs and wieners to all, and to all a good night.
The Podcast is Real is a World Gone Geek production.